Hey everyone, this is Chris Mojica, aka Chris Rocks. I figured to just do a quick video because I just wanted to discuss why I got involved with Beachbody, why I'm a coach, and why I'm so grateful for it. I'm glad to say today I've lost about 43 pounds, and I'm only 4 months into this, which is amazing. I feel great. My health is at the greatest point it's been in over a decade. I could say that wholeheartedly and carry it like a badge of pride. But I wasn't always like this. I was always overweight, 13, 14 years old. I was carrying myself at about 253, which is actually 10 pounds greater than what I am right now. So I was morbidly obese for what my height was. But at that point, I was complacent and I didn't really care. And that trend continued all the way through, even through college, etc. And fast forward to last year, November, December, I'm on cholesterol medication, and I finally get to a point one night that I wake up and I'm gasping for air, and I'm actually puking bile. Bile is coming up from the inside of my throat, and I had bad indigestion, etc. I didn't know what the problem was. I went to the doctor. Doctor ordered me for a sleep study, and it turned out that I had a severe obstructive sleep apnea. 40 episodes, which means 40 instances per hour that I was not breathing for more than 5 seconds at a time. So very dangerous, and something that I shouldn't have let happen. Get to this point, but it is what it is. But that alone, and then I got married, and having to lug around that sleep machine was probably the worst part of my honeymoon, and constantly having to worry about bringing distilled water with me to another country just so that I could use my machine and getting it checked in, and all of these other nuances that that was impairing my quality of life. And still, I didn't get that nudge. Fast forward a little bit more to May of 2011. I go for routine blood work, and it comes out that I'm borderline diabetic. And only borderline because of my age. If I was a lot older, I would have been definitely type 1, at least with some sort of medication, either pills or insulin needles. And the reason that finally sparked me into motion is because I thought immediately of my grandmother. My grandmother, for as long as I know, has type 2 diabetes and constantly has to prick her index fingers on a daily basis in order to monitor her blood sugar and also monitor her diet, which has to be very strict, because if not, she can get into she can go into diabetic shock, and constantly carrying around sugar and also having to inject herself with a certain amount of cc's of insulin in the morning and the evening just to regulate her body. So a little bit after that point, it was actually Mother's Day, and I went over to my cousin's house, Migi, and all of the cousins on my other side of the family are Beachbody coaches or affiliated. They've been affiliated with Beachbody for how long? Good long time. Mickey Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Ada Gonzalez, Felipe Gonzalez, Edith Henson. They're all affiliated. They've all been sort of nudging me here and there for the last 3 years, and I've constantly just sort of like, yeah, kind of like I had my ear open, but I didn't do anything about it. But they finally pushed me, and I finally started. And just doing Shakeology by itself and the workout, I lost about 10 to 15 pounds in almost a month. And at that point, I was feeling good, but I started attending fit clubs, and it was late June. It was actually a week before 4th of July, and it was a fit club that the first fit club that I went to, that Tony went to, and he brought his friend Cesar Amonte that lives in Florida, and we did the Insanity program, which is the first time that I did Insanity, and it was the first time I even knew about it. I didn't know anything about Insanity. I didn't know what it was. I just knew we were doing it. I was gasping for air. I was struggling, but I pushed through, and I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for everybody else there at the fit club, that I wouldn't have pushed myself to do it. But it was being accountable, knowing that I had other people there, and also Tony and Caesar constantly pushing me. And after the fit club, we started talking, and there's one moment where everyone starts to sort of share this story, and everyone's getting into conversation. And I realized that this was something big. It was a big movement. And I say big movement because of the fact that I was there as a person thinking that I was the only one suffering. Meanwhile, I'm looking at other people at the Fit Club, and I all consider them to be in great shape, a lot better shape than I am. And I finally realized what they were all saying, and is that we're all in this fitness journey together, and we're all here for each other. And that touched me. And that moment where everybody was talking about their own struggles on a daily basis, and the fact that they struggle on each and every day, to be able to empathize and to have that empathy from other people, it really drove me to a point that I have to do something, and I have to stick with what I'm doing. And it also brought up the idea of coaching. That's my why. That feeling of empathy, it made me truly understand that I'm not the only one out there suffering. I'm not the only one out there looking to lose weight, looking to improve, looking into getting into a better physical shape. And it also got me to realize that if I'm struggling, I know there's other people out there struggling. And I will say to this point, I know a couple of people that haven't made the step, but they're literally on the tipping point, and they haven't made the step yet. But I'm really pushing hard to get them, because I want them to truly feel the way that I do at this point. 4 months into it, 43 pounds. I feel great. I no longer have any health problems. I'm in tip-top shape. And just to be able to, the coaching opportunity to me is not about the money. I'm blessed, and I'm lucky to have a job where I'm able to support myself and not worry about having to try to get anything out of the business side of it. For me, I just want to help people. And if I can help one person similar to me just make that step, make that decision, and be able to see them go through the same process that I have, and to obtain those results and improve themselves health-wise. There's no gift that you can give anyone better than health. There's no monetary value to it, and there's no way to describe the feeling of satisfaction knowing that you're helping somebody out, and you're preserving their lives, you're giving them time. And it's something that we all take for granted, and we only think about when things are bad. And my why is simple. It's to be in prime shape. It's to be able to not worry about wearing shirts, and constantly flickering my shirt open because of my chest, and I want to be able to be proud of my body, and be to have that pride of walking around each and every day. And I don't want to have to worry about my health. I want to be able to not worry about when I'm on the beach. All these little things that we take for granted, but the little things that obese people like myself, because I'm still obese. I'm supposed to be 180 and I'm 240, so I am obese still. Made big strides, but I'm still overweight, and I still have my I'm still uncomfortable with myself, even though I've improved so much. But it's a daily struggle, and that's what I want to get at. It's a daily struggle. I'm not in this alone, and I finally know that, and I feel grateful that I'm not in this alone, and I know you're not too. So in closing, I'm just going to say this. If you're looking for any reason to just get started and do something, look at me. I can tell you right now that 4 months ago, I would have laughed if you told me that I would be in the place that I am right now, because I wouldn't have believed it. And I cannot thank my family enough for pushing me to get to this point. And also Beachbody, because the support that I've gotten is tremendous. The support of people that I've met. And Team Eagle, I love you guys. And I'm indebted. I can't thank you enough, because I would not be where I am today without the support of you guys, and without just the inspiration you guys provide on a daily basis. Whenever you guys post that you're doing a workout, I'm, in a sense, feeling accountable, because if I see you guys are doing it, I have to do it. And not only that, I need to be a product of the product. And if I truly want to help people, I need to reach out the same way. So that's a little insight as to why I became a coach, and why I want to help people out so much, and why I'm driven. And I just want you to just take this and just digest it and think about making that change, because if I could do it, you could do it too. No excuses. Dig deeper. Decide, commit, succeed. I'm out. Have a great night. Take care and get started.